Everyone, this is a video on OneNote. So you would want to go to, in Schoology, the apps, and in the App Center, you're going to want to look for OneNote. So in this list here, eventually there'll be OneNote that just popped up. I already have it installed on mine, so I'm just going to go back. When you install OneNote for your classes, you'll then have this OneNote Class Notebook. So what you do is you click on that. I guess I already set up a practice notebook, but I'll do create a class notebook. I'm going to create a new class notebook. I can call it whatever I want to call it. So I'll just say practice. Press next. Press next. If you want another teacher to have access, you put the teacher's name. You want the students to automatically add as they access the notebook. So when they click the OneNote notebook, they'll then get a folder created in the notebook for the class. So you don't have to do each student. You can choose whatever sections you want. So when I did mine, I got rid of it. One suggestion is to have like a free draw section for students to do their doodles. Maybe you want a section that's tests and quizzes, and so on. So then you can see here, it shows you what the teacher notebook would look like, and then the student notebook. So I'm going to go here now and create this. After you've created it, you want to go up here and do Open in OneNote. Open OneNote for Windows 10. You can see all my different notebooks are listed over here that I have. So this is a new one. So I have my master notebooks that I created that you're going to need to create as a teacher to have. So like here's a 7th grade master. I have all my modules inside my module. So module 1, teacher web page. Here's all my module lessons. So here's module 1, lesson 2. And I've already pasted my PDF files that the students are going to be able to write on. Here's my problem set, and so on. So what you do is then from your master, say I want to send, because here's the practice one. There's right now nothing in the content library. This is where students are going to copy stuff from to go into their notebook, or you can send stuff to them. So right now in the content library, I have nothing. So I'm going to go back here. I'm going to go to my regular 7th, and I'm going to send this one about tips for OneNote and live lessons for Teams, and another one about your virtual classroom. So I'm going to right click. I'm going to go to move copy. And this is what students are going to have to do to get stuff out of the content library into their individual folders. And I'm going to find where my practice folder is, and I'm going to go to content library, and I'm going to do copy. Don't do move, because then it's completely gone. So copy. You'll see that it says copy and cross notebooks. So now if I go to practice, I can now see the helpful tips, and everything is now there. So like down here would be a student's name in a folder when they log into OneNote, and then they can right click, move copy, and then they would find their folder listed in here somewhere underneath whatever course they're in. You can see I have my math ones already set up. All right, so how do you insert pages? So say I want to insert another page. I go add page. You can make that page a subpage. You can move copy it. There's multiple features. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to insert. I go to printout. I find a PDF. I'm just going to go with this one, I guess. Module 3, lesson 10. I press OK. So here's my file. Now the problem is if kids were to zoom in and out using their fingers, when they do that, they might accidentally click this and then move it, and you don't want that to happen. So what you want to do is you press Control and then A. You'll see that everything kind of got highlighted. Then you right click and do set as background. You'll see it jumped all the way down to the bottom. That let me know that they did that properly, because now that's set as background, that cannot move at all. So it will not move at all when I'm doing anything. So at this point, students can answer the questions, they can write on this, they can circle. For this, I'll just show an example. So I'm going to go to draw, and if I go to draw, I can circle what I want. So angle, side, angle, angle, side, angle. So in this case, the triangles are similar by angle, side, angle. So I could, even if it's easier than writing with your finger, you go to text, and I would say the triangles are similar by angle, side, angle. If I wanted to type more, I could type more. If I want to move the text box, I can move the text box. Everything automatically saves in the student's notebook when they do this. It also stays in the spot that you wrote it, so I could continue scrolling. If you want to have a bigger screen to be able to see, you want to close this, and then that makes it a bigger screen. So that's a way to do the OneNote notebook. For those that do math, you could write an equation. So 2x plus 5 equals 15. And then if you now circle it, you can then do ink to text. And my handwriting was not very good on that, so I'm going to try that again. So 2x plus 5 equals 15. And again, I'm going to try to, as you can see, I haven't fully perfected how to circle around. So it says lasso, so I'm trying to lasso it. There we go. All right, and then I do ink to text. But again, it didn't fully do what I wanted there, so I can go back and I'll use the text box. This is for text, 2x plus 5. And then now if I were to highlight this and I go to math, I can choose for it to graph it, and it shows me. I can choose to solve for x, it shows me x. I can do steps for solving linear equations. It goes through and shows each of the steps. It even can read to you the steps. So this would be primarily for those that are doing math. That's a feature of the immersive reader that is in here. So that's all that you would do, and then you would go home again, and you could then add another page. So basically each of these I made a different module, and then I put all my handouts for each module in it. So there's a quick crash course on some features with OneNote.